It's a mystery still looming over the Hampton Roads community.
Prosecutors are disappointed with today's results.
What's up, everybody? My name is Amanda, and in today's video, we are going to talk about the upcoming trial of Kaitlin Armstrong. As 34-year-old Kaitlin Armstrong is about to start trial for first-degree murder, I wanted to do a quick recap for about hopefully 5 minutes or less, but we'll see. I actually wanted to do a deep dive, but after I put everything together, I realized a lot of the information we could find out tomorrow to not be true because the trial starts tomorrow. Today's Sunday, tomorrow's October 30th. So we'll have to go ahead and see with what information we have. I'll give you a quick recap, and then we can go ahead and see how the trial plays out. I want to remind you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn my notifications on because I post super irregular. It all depends on the week and how things are going. I wanted to say, like I said, do a deep dive on this, but life just got away from me. And here we are the day before the trial starts recording this, and hopefully it'll be out by tomorrow. Kaitlin is charged with shooting 25-year-old Anna Wilson in Austin, Texas. Now, at the time of her death, Anna was actually living in Vermont, but she was in Austin, Texas, staying at a friend's house for an upcoming race. Anna was actually set to be the win in that upcoming race called the Gravel Locos, which is a 150-mile gravel bike race in Hico, Texas. You see, gravel and mountain biking was Anna's thing. She had recently left her job to pursue a full-time career as a professional cyclist. And I'm sure you're asking to yourself, what does Anna Wilson and Kaitlin Armstrong have to do with each other? And I'm here to tell you. So I once was told in a podcast that I listened to that most murders, they said all, but I'm sure there's those crazy little people who are going to comment that this murder, but most murders can all be chalked up to love, jealousy, or money being the motive of all three. And for this case, it definitely appears to be true, but I would like you to make your own judgment and let me know in the comments if you think it is. The state of Texas alleges that Kaitlin shot Anna on May 11, 2022 over Anna's relationship with Kaitlin's long-term boyfriend, Colin Strickland. Now, Kaitlin and Colin had been together for a few years when this took place, and they were actually living together. The couple did take a break at some point in October of 2021, but it was so short that within a few weeks they had gotten back together. Now, during this break is when Colin met Anna and they started some sort of romantic relationship. I never really knew how serious they thought it was, but it appears like Kaitlin and Colin did get back together a few weeks after they broke up, like I said, but I'm not sure if and when Colin told Anna this. Colin would release a statement after saying that him and Anna just had a weak fling. However, as we discuss things, I feel like the evidence shows more of that and shows how sometimes, although you don't mean to hurt people, your lying and deceitfulness can lead to devastating results that you may not have expected. Colin would tell police during an interview that he had to keep Anna's name in his phone under a different name, not Anna Wilson, because Kaitlin actually blocked Anna's phone number from his phone for a time period because she knew about the fling that they had. There was actually times where Kaitlin had called Anna and told her that Anna needed to leave Colin alone because she was Caitlin's boyfriend. And I feel like we're a little too old for that. And I feel like Caitlin's anger was misdirected. Although if Anna and Colin had something going on, I would back away from that situation if I was Anna. However, you don't know what Colin was telling Anna. It's unfortunate. This was a lot. Seems like a lot of he said, she said. But on that day, May 11, 2022, Anna and Colin had plans because, like I said, Anna was in town for this upcoming race that was supposed to take place on May 14th. So Colin told police that he had picked Anna up from her friend's home at about 5:45 on his motorcycle, where they would go to Deep Eddy Pool. I guess they would swim. I didn't really go into details what they did there, and then they walked to the Pool Burger for some food afterwards. Now, after they ate, Colin said that he dropped Mo off where she was staying at about 8:30 p.m. After he dropped Anna off, he went on to send Kaitlin a text message saying, "Hey, are you out? I went and dropped off some flowers for Allison at her son's up north and my phone died. Heading home unless you have some other food suggestion." Your phone died? You didn't shut it off so you could go hang out with someone else? Just saying. It definitely makes this situation sound a little sticky. Kaitlin didn't respond to Colin's texts by the time he got home at about 9 p.m., so he went to text her again, and shortly after that, she returned home in her Jeep Cherokee. Police would bring Kaitlin in after discussing all of these details with Colin, such as the issues between Anna and Colin and Kaitlin. Now, during this interview, there was really nothing that Kaitlin said at all. She pretty much just was quiet the entire time, and after a while, she said she wanted to leave. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough to hold her, so she was able to go home. Police would finally get an arrest warrant a few days after the murder, but it appeared that Kaitlin had gone on the run. Police were able to track down that she flew from Texas to New Jersey, where it appears that she had used her sister's passport to leave the country. She would be on the run for 43 days until U.S. Marshals found her attempting to start another life down in Costa Rica. There, she cut her red hair to shoulder length and dyed it dark to attempt to blend in. It was also reported that she had a nose job. I'm not entirely sure how true this is, but she was found to have a bandage on her nose, and there was a receipt found where she was staying in the hospital where she was staying for some cosmetic surgery. So it definitely adds up to a nose job. But again, I didn't know her before. Who knows? She would be extradited back to Texas, where she would plead not guilty, and her trial was scheduled a few times, but ultimately was pushed back and ready to start, we'll see, I guess, tomorrow, October 30th. She was recently in the news again because on October 11th, she attempted to escape. She was at an outside medical facility for an appointment when she broke out in a full sprint run from police who were chasing as fast as they could behind her. She allegedly had planned this escape well in advance by faking a medical injury to get out to an outside facility, an extensive workout so she could attempt to be on the run. And she even wore another pair of pants that same day so she could take off her striped black and white pants so she would be able to blend in a little bit more and not stand out. Thankfully, though, she didn't make it very far, and according to police, never out of their sight. So that's a quick recap of the case that is starting tomorrow, October 30th. But now we can go into a little bit of evidence that was in her arrest documents to point out why police believe she did this. So one of the first things, police looked at ring video footage in the area, and they saw that a dark colored SUV had been in the area around the exact same time that Colin had dropped off Anna. Now, when police went to go interview Colin, they found a 2012 dark colored Jeep Grand Cherokee in her driveway, which made police take a step back and think, oh, that looks kind of suspicious. They talked with Colin a little bit. They found out that Colin had actually purchased a gun for him and Kaitlin back, I want to say 6 or 7 months prior to the incident. However, they were able to locate those weapons while they were interviewing Colin. And it would come to find out that one of those weapons, the one that he had bought for Kaitlin, was actually used, probable to have been used in the murder. I know gun ballistics are a little iffy. I know a clear motive was also given to police when they interviewed Colin. It was very obvious if you read the arrest affidavit that he thought very highly of Anna, which is not a problem. He spoke very highly, thought she was a great rider, thought she was even maybe one of the best in the world. Definitely the best in the United States, maybe even the world is what he said. But then when they spoke with him about Kaitlin, he did not seem as positive about her, saying that oftentimes he would slow her down when they were training together because she was only a participant, where, you know, he was a dedicated professional, which I'm not hating on, but you're talking about your girlfriend at this point. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess, if that's the type of relationship you want to be in. Police also found out that the day after her interview with them, she sold her Jeep for about $12,000, which I guess it was selling for about $16,000 at the time, but she just wanted to get a quick trip out of there. Also, an anonymous tip was called in saying Kaitlin found out about Anna and Colin's relationship that happened in October. She found out about that in January, and she was livid. This tipster said that she was so angry she was shaking and that she threatened to kill Anna, which is misguided to me. Like, why are you mad at Anna? Like, she's nobody to you. Like, what the fuck is happening? But a gag order has been put in place ever since Kaitlin was extradited back and her lawyer started lawyering. So there hasn't been too much released since she came back to the States. So we will have to go ahead and follow the trial as much as we can. And we can get back and talk about it later. I do want to mention that there's no evidence that Colin had any involvement in the murder of Anna Mo Wilson. And although he made some pretty shitty decisions, if Kaitlin did it, she did this alone. She made the poor decision and murdered somebody to go on the run. That's what upsets me, like, annoys me the most. Like, you murdered her and now you went on the run and you tried to make like a new life when you were down there. Why didn't you just make a new life when you were here and leave your boyfriend and everybody lived? I just don't understand it. But on that note, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more recaps, deep dives, and true crime in the news. If you've made it this far, I want to say thank you. I truly appreciate you. And until the next time, stay safe out there. The world can be an ugly place.